Okay, what a day. It's Tuesday, the 16th of August, 2022. We've been in business for about 15 or 16 days here at MPG Extreme. My name is Blaine Williams. I'm a platinum executive. I hit that in the first 4 hours when we got started. By doing what? By picking my phone up and dialing people fanatically. I just wanted to make a great fast start story, but I'm amongst some giants here that you see on the screen. One is Michael Renz. Michael is sitting on the doorstep of Diamond. He'll be going double Diamond quickly. Mike Dew, my sponsor. And listen, we got Kevin Hunter and Jeff Fluck. We got a bunch of platinums on the screen here, including Braveheart, William Wallace, and Rebecca. Rebecca, I am trying, there you are. And Rebecca, Adam Schultz, and Dakota, and Jason, and Shannon, and soon to be Mark Campese. I'm honored to be with you. I made a decision after all of these years of being in networking. I checked out, took an early retirement, came up to Idaho. I did not see much of anything in the network marketing industry that got my motors running. And we had done well in our career. But when Mike Dew called me and shared the story, I thought, man, if there was ever a time that this wonderful tablet, this MPGWorx cap, if there was ever a time that someone could start a networking company and literally blow it out internationally and build a 7-digit income. Now I'm going to say this for the recording because this will traffic around, and there's a likelihood that someone from one of the ABC agencies will listen to it. So we make no income claims. We make no product claims. We make no income claims. And I'll tell you why. The majority of people, especially in North America, don't even know how to show up, let alone sustain themselves. You on this call, this webinar tonight, are the winners. You're the ones that will start, you'll stay after it, you'll stay on it until the job's done. Mark, what was that line we learned about do it? What is that? You do it until it's done. You remember that? You got to unmute your mind. You got to unmute your line, brother.
Whatever it takes for as long as it takes, you get what you want.
Whatever it takes for as long as it takes until you got the job done and have what you want. Mark is exactly right. And I'm with a bunch of people tonight. So when we make comments, trust me, it's not directed at an individual. It's directed at lethargy or apathy or procrastination or post-COVID. There's a lot of winners that have had their engines turned off. And it's kind of like turning off any motor. It cools down. It might take a little while to get warmed up again. So the comments are made to stir the fire inside of people. I'm a former collegiate football coach. And one thing I do know how to do, and that's get the fire burning inside of a competitive person. And I hope I can partially do that for you. But sitting here, I feel like on this screen tonight, I'm kind of wandering in the world of giants here. I'm looking at Jason and Kevin and Jeff, and really, I realize that I'm amongst royalty, future multimillionaires at MPG Extreme. How about you guys? You feel the same way as I do? I hope you do. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to break this into, we're going to probably go for about 45 minutes. It'll be a long training, and it's not going to just be a training. It's going to be a community gathering and a relational building exercise here tonight. Mark Campese is going to take the floor, and he's going to do a 8-point training on getting started. We will start having a schedule. They will be open to anybody that's a part of Michael Renz's downline. It doesn't matter what side of the tree you're on. As far as I'm concerned, when the tide goes up, all the boats float. So we're here to serve Michael Renz and Michael Dew. Mark and I have our piece of the puzzle. Each one of you will have your piece. I got to meet Kevin Hunter the other day, and I got to tell you something. The guy is a gem. The video you put together, Kevin, is just amazing. And then I asked Kevin, hey, Kevin, what would we do to need to get a copy of this? Now, you've all been around networking probably for a while. It's a world that's turned into a money game. Let me see how much I can get out of you industry. And I asked Kevin, what can we do? And he said, well, anybody can have it. I said, well, what's your thoughts about that? Are you going to monetize it? He said, I'm a team player. Anybody wants can have it. They don't have to pay anything. I knew I found a new friend, by the way, Michael Renz, with Kevin. And so we've been using that video. Anything that Mark and I do is yours. Anything that William Wallace and Rebecca do will be contributed to the team, because We're going to go out and build a worldwide crusade here to bring the American dream to people all over this planet over the next 5 years. Your success will be based on the magnitude. It will be based on how many people you help. So I'm taking a little time. I'm starting to sound like a guy that gets on some of our conference calls, I think Mike do. So I got to be careful here. So I want to just do this. I want to start and I want to have these platinums. Platinum is bringing in 12 frontline personals. 12 frontline personals. The only sign up available is $199. So they went out, they laid away 12 personal signups on their front line. And many of them have got great organizations starting. And what we're going to do is we're going to start a series of trainings to show you how to go wide, which some of you are doing quite nicely. But how would you like to drive every one of those legs down 100 deep and turn it into a multi 5 and 7 digit income, right? That's what we're going to teach on culture. So with that, I want to just have Michael Renz say hello to everybody. This is his team. We're all part of Michael's team. And I got to say something. He's got that kind of rock star look to him. And he knows how to jam it, but he is one competitive dude. We were talking about the sides and the teams, and he doesn't say anything real overtly, but one thing Mike wants to do is he wants his team, us, to ascend and dominate. Michael, why don't you take a few moments and say hello to everybody? We've got about 80 people on here tonight, which isn't bad for our first webinar. Congratulations to you. Michael Renz, go ahead and unmute your line out of Wisconsin.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Blaine. And it's an honor and privilege to be here with everybody today. I would just say that the efforts of everybody in the team is how we achieve our success. You know, we're a team. Everybody here counts. Your success is our success. And you help a lot of people do a little bit, creates great things. We're extremely excited to be here. I never seen this happening like this. I paid my dues over 12 years. My first company I was in, Andy and Nancy called me. He put me into business. Here's my little pill from FFI MPG Cap. Out of all the pins and everything I have for Business for Home magazine articles and everything on our story, this little pin means the world to me, because I know right now every member in our team, every member in your team, you're all home free. We're not only ground floor, but we're here in a beta pre-launch. We don't even launch till the end of October. And we already have, what do we have here? 11 platinums, right? There's 17 company-wide. We have 11 in this team. And I know all the golds right now are very close. The silvers are close. And we're all staking our claim. And I'll just say this, there's about 1,000 people in the company. There's about a 250 group that came with a company that was struggling. That's here, obviously. So there's about 750 people that were actually in the build of this. And if you have 10 in your team right now or 15 in your team, you just stake the 1% claim of the distributorship, right? If you have, 10 guys that sponsor 3 and you got 30 in your team, you anchored 3%. When we come into this big convention we're going to have for our official launch in October, there's no question. When we come out of that event, I believe we'll be at 5,000 to 10,000 people going into it, maybe 500 attendees. And I believe in November, December, whatever number the company is numbers wise, we're going to go fourfold, and we're going to roll into 2023, opening up global markets, having this product shipped all over the world, having those people in those countries that can get in this business for a $59 package and have the same opportunity that we have at a $199 package. Andy and Nancy have laid this thing out brilliant, the pay plan, everything that's in place. And the little person here has a big chance to win just by simply using this product that can have a great holiday on the savings of the product we have. So from a build standpoint, all the platinums between Kevin Hunter, myself, Mark, all the leaders here, Blaine, Mark and Blaine and Braveheart, you guys, I get the honor of partnering with guys like you. You guys are industry icons. I think there's a couple 100 million worth of earnings sitting on this on this thing here today. So I'm honored and blessed to be partners with you guys. I consider you guys team players. It's not upline, downline. We're all one team, one family. My buddy Kevin Hunter came on board. He's got 380,000 subscribers on YouTube. Corporate's calling. We might have to hire somebody at support to manage the Hunter Foundation here. All these customers are ringing. We don't have enough support to handle his business. I think he dropped 40, 50 customers in off that one video, but yeah, welcome everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you much.
All right, Michael Renz, listen, there's a guy that came out of being a grocery store manager and a rock star, and rock star with benefits, I'm sure, by the way. And here he got into network marketing just over a decade ago with Andrew and Nancy, and he's made it big. But I remember talking to Michael just several weeks back, and I said, "What do you think's going to happen?" He said, "Well, I hope I can be making about 10,000 a month by November." And I called him back a couple days later because nobody wants a know-it-all, and I didn't know him very well, but I told him, I said, "Man, Michael, I don't know how well you know this pay plan, but I know how to drive this helicopter. You ought to be making close to 10,000 a week by Christmas." And I tell you, I believe that's going to happen. Remember, no income claims. Don't anybody take that and run around and tell people you might make 10 cents for all I know. But I do know what Michael Renz has got the drive and the discipline. He's setting the pace and the example. I'd like to introduce our first two platinums, and that's William Wallace. As you know, he is Braveheart. This is the one the story was written about. And of course, he had to have Mel Gibson play the part. But Bill, why don't you go ahead and unmute your line, and then Rebecca, if you'd unmute your line, Rebecca Wilhelmina. And I'll tell you, I just think the world of these guys. They work in a partnership. And Rebecca, why don't you come on and take the lead? And this girl can stir it up. You got to unmute your line. There you go. It's all yours. The floor is yours.
Hey, Blaine, I'm just so ecstatic to be here. I haven't been ecstatic in a minute, but let me tell you, this is a no-brainer. If I can sell this, anybody can do this. Anybody can become a leader in this particular industry, because guess what? We all need it, unless you have an electric car. And we all need it not only nationally, but we need it internationally as well. You know, we're fighting so much right now. And for me to sit there and sell a fuel pill to a gentleman that knows everything about a car, it's a no-brainer. I only know how to put the gas in the tank and go drive. And I know how to save money. You know, when I think about it, I think about how we all like to shop at Smith's because you get 10 cents. You save 10 cents if you spend $100 in groceries. Well, you know, this goes a lot longer. This goes a lot farther. Now they can save that money and use it towards groceries, right? So that's a woman speaking, because, you know, we're kind of the head of the household, right? But we've have Bill and I, we have some individuals that are about to go platinum on our team, and I'll let Bill share those names with you. But this is exciting. I've never been in an industry, in a company that actually has grown this fast, so fast, in such a short amount of time, and to be able to get a check right away. I mean, for your hard work, you know. I had an opportunity of meeting Blaine and Mark Campese in another company, and I did really good there, really fast, just like them. But you know what? The sky's the limit in this, and we all need this pill. And I'm so honored to be here. I'm so honored to be partners with Bill Braveheart and his beautiful wife, Lauren. And, you know, the sky's the limit, guys. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Let's never stop. Because if you look at a person at a grocery store on the street, most likely they need this pill. They need this fuel pill. So I'll let a Braveheart talk, because I'll talk forever. But thank you so much. And thank you so much for introducing me to this, Blaine. You're amazing.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Very welcome. Hey, real quick, Blaine, if you could add Mitch Chantel on here, he just hit platinum. He's ringing my phone trying to get on board. He should be raising his hand. 12 platinums, guys. There's 17 in the company. We got 12 on the screen. Bam.
And I got to tell you, I'm going to go back to the training of that. I appreciate what you had to say there, Rebecca. But, you know, for years, I've been building companies and doing different companies where I specialize in funnels. And by the way, the funnels finally got turned on yesterday. And I think I had 34. We have 34 results already out of the funnel that we're bringing in, and we're bringing into special meetings tomorrow. International funnels is what I'm looking for right now to start building international teams so I can bring them forward and start presenting them to the corp so that we can get some countries opened up. But we have such a killer team. And most of the time when you put these teams together and we'll go to the training, you always say, I'm going to organize, I'm going to open up as a platinum. I'm going to go get my top 12 people and I'm going to get them all laid out. But it never really goes that way. You start getting this one and that one. With this product being so exciting and the way the comp plan is and a product that works and the product is being shipped and people are getting paid, with that, we are bringing in some talent that's incredible. We got people contacting us that are coming in here. So what I'm saying is to be able to build your platinum teams underneath you is incredible because you have got unbelievable talent that wants to get into this company. And anybody that puts it together now, they should do what their dream is. And the dream always for anybody that's building a team is get yourself stocked, run your line out underneath you, and just get the most excellent people that you ran into the industry over the years. And I'm going to tell you what, nobody refuses that. We know between Rebecca and I, we've got some fabulous people on here. And I won't go through all their names. They're, I think, 14 wide today. And they're just getting pumped up and they're just getting their teams ready to go. But this is the kind of company that you actually can do that fantasy buildup that you always dreamed of doing. Because again, product, comp line, what you got to offer them is there. And everybody should kind of wake up to that. You could sell this product. Unbelievable. I was up on the docks today handing out samples. I shot a live Facebook, did a couple things, just messing around with it to the point just to see where people would go. Nobody refuses to talk to you. They're all ready. I'm reaching in my pocket and I'm pulling out my samples and I give them a 2-pack here if it comes up. And that 2-pack, that everybody that I handed it out to wanted me to explain it to them, tell them what's going on. We talked about it, and I really wasn't there to spend a lot of time. I was just feeling the market. So my point is, this is for training. I'm telling you, people, Old School works on this, which is incredible. We've had better luck with Old School here than messing around with Facebook and certain things that we've been trying to do lately. Everybody with the suffering market. But I'm going to tell you, the funnels are off the hook. I'll tell you one quick story, and I'll shut up so the others can get on. I had pills on a lot of my funnels. I run 6 funnels around the world. And I started the funnels up, and all of a sudden they all got shut down by Google. I've never had that happen. I've been doing Google for 20 years. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars with them on advertising, and they come back and they shut me down. And after 3 or 4 hours on the phone yesterday, they finally told me why they shut me down, because I had the word pills. So everybody, don't use pills. They think it's fentanyl. They think it's something else. It sets off all the circuit breakers. I had to go back to fuel additive. So after 3 or 4 hours going around with all the reps and everybody else and figuring out what was setting off the circuit breakers with the computers at Google, it's pills. Don't use pills in this day and age. So I call it fuel additive. The funnels are on. We're doing quality, probably 12 to 14 people from around the world have been coming in per hour right now. So we're real happy with what's going on. But I'm telling you guys, Old School works. This is a fabulous, fabulous chance for everybody to do what they dreamed of. I'll shut up and let's move it on. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, Blaine, if we could go to Adam next. Adam's got to get up at 2 a.m., but he's staying here to make sure he's a part of it. Blaine, if we could go to Adam next. Adam Siltz out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You and Dakota are kicking butt, taking names. Take it away, Adam.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. My name's Adam. I'm from Eau Claire, Chippewa area. I've been in the industry a little while. Took a little hiatus, retirement, and Jason talked me back into getting into this. Pretty excited. We actually jumped in before we even knew what the product was. So that shows you how much trust we had in Jason. And I went to Dakota right away. Him and I own another business together. And we just said, hey, this is a chance for Dakota had done Herbalife, which I'm sure he'll tell you about when he gets a chance here. But had a shake shop and all that. So we had dabbled in the industry a little bit, but really, really excited about where we're going with this. I went platinum in the first 4 days, and I got about 20 signups right now. So we're running with it and having a hell of a time. So really, really excited to be here, guys. Thank you.
You're muted, Blaine.
Hey, Adam, you got to go to work at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
What are you, a burglar?
Sometimes I feel like that. No, I do food delivery as a full-time job, and then, like I said, I own a business with Dakota. Yeah, at the moment, I got 6 kids, so need lots of income.
Well, Dad
which
has
is
got,
why I'm doing this. It's my why. Right?
Mama's got to buy a brand new bag. So welcome, Adam, to the team. And I was hearing that, Michael. You got Jason comes in, he brings Adam, or did he bring Dakota?
Me,
He brought Adam. Adam, you brought Dakota.
correct.
That's a pedigree line right there. That's all about building right there. A winner backed by a winner, backed by a winner. You guys, listen, what I would do, Dakota, is I'd try to run right over the top of those guys if I were you.
Hey, he's right on our tail.
Well, look at him. I can see it. He's got that competitive eye. Good job, Adam. Thanks for joining us. If you got to drop off, this is being recorded. It'll be up on our Facebook page. And also, we've got a YouTube channel for the Dream Team. You guys are all honorary members of the Dream Team. The Dream Team is myself, Michael Renz, Mike Dew, Mark Campese, and all of you, William Wallace, Rebecca. You guys are going to have your own teams. But we've got a YouTube channel. It's called YouTube channel. Excuse me. It's called dreamteamchannel.com. You go on there, and that video that Kevin put together is on there, which great job on that. And there's also some other trainings. And we also have a Facebook page. We'd like you to join that Facebook page. That's Dream Team, WorldWideDreamTeam.com goes there. Doesn't it, Mike? Do nod your head. So WorldWideDreamTeam.com, you go over there and join that Facebook page. I know William doesn't like it because it bothers him that Braveheart, he gets on there at 10 a.m. You got some woman shaving her legs, talking about her latte and her shampoo she's selling. But
Yeah,
I've always found that kind of exciting, really. But
it's the monster trucks that get me, Blaine. It's the monster trucks.
Yeah,
I'm trying to sell a fuel pill, and this guy's just crawling over trucks. I can't do it.
All right. Well, listen, let's move on. We don't want to run out of time tonight. We're planning this for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. That'll be it. We'll cut it off. So let's make our way through here. And William Wallace and Rebecca and Adam, congratulations. Why don't you pick one out of the hat here, Michael Renz?
All right, we'll steamroll through Jason. Jason, go to Dakota, Jeff Fluck, Kevin Hunter, and away we go.
All right, guys, I'm just chuckling over here. That's hilarious. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Good friend, Adam, and business partner. He's living the dream, breaking into prisons and schools, delivering food right now, but not for long. So thanks again, Adam, for introducing this to myself. I'm just super excited because I know the product is awesome. I know everybody needs it. We're at the right time right now. And I don't think we could have a better product other than what we have right now. Adam said I did Herbalife. I was pretty successful in that. Awesome company. Kind of moved on to some other things like the business that we have right now. And I wasn't really sure about jumping into another network marketing company, but this one's a no-brainer. It's non-conflicting. You can sell it to guys, girls, anybody. Everybody takes gas. Everybody uses gas. So super excited to be here. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Adam, for having us. And I'm super excited to roll with all you platinums.
Well, here's what's interesting. We'll go to Jeff Fluck next. We're going to move along quickly to make sure to get everything recorded here so we can get into some training. But obviously, we're honored here. We got Double
Hey,
diamond
Michael?
jumping in.
Michael, hold on a second. We've got a special guest I want to have come on and just greet everybody. You got to unmute your line there, young lady. Let's try that again. There we go. And guys, listen, I'm a big believer in edification. That's what this is all about right now. This is about all of us respecting one another and lifting one another up. But there's nobody that I think we should do it more with than Andrew and Nancy Berlin. They've taken the risk. They got the product. They put the comp plan together. They've stepped out and they're out on the front of the flying formation. And Nancy Berlin's been kind enough to come on and just greet everybody. Nancy, we're not going to get to see her face. I'm not going to tell you why, but it's not because she's had plastic surgery. I can assure you of that. But Nancy, take a few minutes out and greet the Michael Berling, the Michael Renz team.
You got it. Well, thank you so much. And next time, I promise I will be camera ready here. So, but it's an absolute pleasure to be here with everybody tonight. Excited about what we have our hands on here with MPG Extreme. Guys, we've got, our first commission run under our belt. We've got another commission run here that'll be loaded up here on people's wallets here by Thursday. So you'll be able to move that over into your bank account. And it's just exciting. We're seeing a lot of momentum. We're seeing a lot of duplication. And both Andrew and I are just absolutely humbled at the leadership that we're attracting here to this amazing company. And so I just really want to say thank you to this team and to the many leaders that are joining and locking arms with us here as we take this across the country and across Canada and very soon across the world. So, Blaine, I really want to also say that for those of you that are here, this is a very unique timing window that very few people in their career get to experience. We know this product is timely. You heard Braveheart, you heard William talking about the fact that everybody needs this product right now. It's the one product, my husband always says it best, it's the one product that when you use it, you put money back in your pocket. And simply by sharing this with people, we are changing lives and helping people to create that plan B to help supplement their income because of the growing inflation and the growing costs of everything going up, from not only gasoline, but the grocery store, you name it. Things are on the rise. And this is an opportunity to be able to go to work, and within a matter of a week, we can be able to earn extra income that can turn into that full-time income. Now, obviously, there's no guarantees of income. There's no guarantees in life. But what we do know is that this is a platform where it doesn't matter your background, your education, where you came from. You could be a stay-at-home mom. You could be a college graduate with a PhD. Everybody has the same opportunity. It's a level playing field. And for $199.95 and $20, we're giving people a gift to be able to plug in and begin sharing and being able to help people change their lives. So Blaine, I'm going to flip it back over to you. I don't know if you needed anything else from me, but it's just a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me on here to speak tonight.
Well, I want you to report back to Andrew. We have 92 people in here. We did this call for the moment, and I'd say that's representative of the quality of people. So Nancy, thanks for being available. And if there was anything else you wanted to let me know, just if you wouldn't mind with the text. But man, thanks for coming on here. How many of you like that? Get to hear from the head, Nancy, networker Nancy, right? Michael Renz. So thanks, Nancy. We appreciate you. And Michael, I think you wanted to go over to Jason next. Jason, why don't you go ahead and unmute your line and take a few moments out, the guy with the charming smile there. Have at it, brother.
All right, you guys can hear me okay?
Just fine. You sound good.
Yeah, for me, when Oops, hold on, sorry, guys. You're gonna hear some background there. When Kurt first approached me and then I spoke with Mike, to me, this was just a brainer. I knew that they had participated in FFI back in the day. And what came to my mind was the situation when I was first presented FFI back in, I think it was 2008 or so, was the real estate was starting to crash. Gas was already high. I was driving a Ford F-150. I was spending $400 a month on gas. So I was already feeling the pinch. I was working nights, so I really wasn't looking for an opportunity. I was looking for fuel savings. And I knew what they had done in FFI and the situation the country was in. And I looked at it as far as it is today. And we've got gas prices that are higher. We've got inflation that's much higher. And we have a pending housing market that's just as bad as it was in 2008 and 2009. So I'm like, even though I wasn't looking for an MLM, I couldn't say no. I mean, you got to do this thing out of self-defense. I mean, people actually save money with this MLM, and I challenge anybody to go find one that's ever done it. And when you combine the economic situation with a $2 solution, I'm just here to tell you, man, this is going to go to the moon. And when you compare what FFI did in 3 short years, and the situation is worse, we're going vertical, guys. Period. The end. Back to you, Blaine.
Hey, that's awesome, Jason. Thanks, and congratulations to you and Shannon. And how about who'd you like to go to next, Michael?
Let's go to Mr. Kevin Hunter over there and we'll blaze through here. You got some training to come up too yet, Blaine, right?
Well, we can cut the training off if we need to. I want to
Okay.
hear from these guys. This is
Okay.
probably the best part of a meeting right here.
Yeah, Kevin
Hey,
Hunter,
Kevin?
I knew Kevin would be on board, and Kevin, I know he needs to get all the answers before he makes a move, but once those decisions are made, look out. Take it away, Kevin.
Can you hear me okay?
Gotcha.
All right, so when I got the call from Michael Rands and he said, Kevin, I got something that's right in your lane. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a longtime YouTuber, started in 2009. So 13 years have been building a reputation of fairness and honesty and transparency in the car business. And so dealing with car dealers all across the country. And so as Mike mentioned, I have just under 370,000 subscribers across the country worldwide. And my content has actually been seen and heard in 220 different countries and territories around the world. So pretty big coverage. And so when Mike called me about this product, I said, Mike, all this has to do is work and I'll sell the shit out of it. And so it has definitely worked. I ran it in my truck first. And just to give a really quick snapshot of that, ran in my truck first, did a 240 mile round trip baseline, established the fuel economy at 15.88, ran the capsule in it and did the same trip. And my ending fuel economy was 19.43. So a 22% improvement in fuel economy. And my truck went from having a range of 428 miles to 524 miles. And not only is that about a $27 savings, because that's how much additional fuel I'd have to buy with the previous fuel economy. I have to buy an extra 27 bucks worth of fuel to go that extra 96 miles. And so anyhow, a great return on investment. And somebody mentioned about the capsule being $1.99. That's with the ISR, the independent sales rep package. And even for viewers that I've had ask me, about becoming a preferred customer or versus a representative, I have posed back to them every single time. You want your best bang for the buck? Get the ISR package, 100 capsules for $1.99, and it might seem like a lot of product, but what are the chances that you're going to keep burning fuel? And so that has resulted in a nice conversion rate of customers to representatives. And we've had them come flooding in from all around the country. As I understand it, they were quite scrambling there at the head office when our video first broadcast. And yeah, people came from all over the place. And right now I'm being bombarded with emails from people everywhere wanting samples. So my wife just shipped out like 50 some more packages just today. And while she's standing in the line at the post office verifies every single address that we have on the packages that we're sending out. And 2 of the addresses came back as being incomplete. And there was a couple ladies standing in the line behind her, and they said, "Ma'am, what are all these things you're sending out?" She goes, "I'm sending out samples for these fuel caps that help save gas. I've got 2 bad addresses. Would you guys like?" And they both put their hand out immediately for the X cabs. My wife tore the package open and gave them the sample, and along with my contact information. And I have a local shop here too, as far as bringing some others into the loop. Have a local shop here that I've come to know and trust. Great mechanics they have there. And I brought them the X cap. And I want to share something that they gave me with feedback. They said, first of all, they were really intrigued that it was a fuel catalyst. So I heard the word treatment or additive used here. And one thing that the big box stores and Napa and any of those kind of places are they're full of fuel treatments and they're full of fuel additives. Those things don't really improve fuel economy. They have some marginal difference, but what makes the difference with this product is that it's actually a fuel catalyst. And it's kind of a long explanation as to how a fuel catalyst works and how it's different than just a simple treatment or an additive. But the mechanics, they're users of BG oil products and also AMS oil products. And right away, one of the mechanics, when I brought those samples to the shop, one of the mechanics says, "That's in a tablet form?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "You know what? I absolutely love my fuel catalyst that I get from AMS oil. But if this thing works, I will be converting to this because I am tired of that stinky chemical bottle rolling around on my floorboard." So, one of the conveniences of the fuel cap is you can put it in your pocket, or, if a female can carry it in the purse, you put it in your glove box. Who wants to do that with a bottle of chemicals? And so there are other fuel catalysts available on the market, but this is the only one that's in a capsule form and so easy for anybody to carry around. So it's been a very simple sell for us, and we're having a good time with it. And thanks, Mike, for introducing us to the fuel cap.
All these people will be diamonds, Blaine. I mean, these are all the diamonds.
Yeah, this is Kevin Hunter's class act, as all the rest of them are. Kevin, thanks, and it's great meeting you on that phone call, but better to meet you on this Zoom right here. And you're going to be a big winner in this thing internationally. Let's run over, and guys, we're going to ask you to be as quick as you can. We're not going to do the training tonight. I'll cover a few points and have Mark cover a couple points. I'll tell you that we're going to do a training on Saturday at the same web address at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon. You're welcome to it. Don't ever feel obligated like you have to come. It's not a job. But I will tell you this, that the training that we'll give is if you want to build, and it's one thing about putting a team together. It's another thing about keeping it together. And a lot of times people don't know the subtleties of what's going on. This webinar tonight will reap us many dividends because people will be watching this for the next 6 months, the next year. And let's say this is a group of people I'd like to be a part of. I like that Rebecca. I like that Kevin. So there's something that goes on that goes beyond the analytics. Does that make sense to everybody? I sure hope it does. Why don't we go to Jeff Fluke? Jeff, why don't you take a moment out? I sure recognize your name. You got to turn that mic off on, I mean.
All right. Thank you, Blaine. Well, I'm really honored and humbled to be among all these great people. I mean, I made phone calls for all my people. I don't have a funnel. I don't have a YouTube channel. I made phone calls. I got walking pneumonia from COVID. I'm sicker than a dog. And I made phone calls out of my phone. And that's because of the training that Michael Rentz gave in our last company and what he taught me. And he taught me to believe in him. And he tried to get me with him for years. Okay. And I just said, "Oh, I'm just working." And he never pushed me. But I'm so thankful that I met him and I'm working with him. And now I've got people on this call that are going crazy. I've got Jim Pope, who's going to be a platinum any day. I've got John St. Clair, who was the only guy to get a free trip to San Diego in the company that Randy had. He's got Randy's cell phone number. And then I got Dr. Rick Vanderhyde. He's up in Green Bay with John, and he's a monster. He just knows everybody. So I'm just so blessed to be here. I wish I had more energy. Okay. But I just want thanks a lot, Blaine. I really appreciate you.
Hey, listen, Jeff, Mark and I are old school guys. And before we wrap up, I'm going to talk about the long-term vision I've had in 40 years, that if you could take the heart of a Jeff Fluke and a Michael Renz and wrap it with the technology of a Kevin Hunter and a Michael Renz, you got something special. If you leave the heart at the door, all you've got is an inorganic business of numbers and ledger sheet entries. But if we have a heart of someone like you, Jeff, and we're talking to people and we're helping our people and we power it with that technology, with the training and help we're going to get from guys like Michael and Kevin and others, there is no limit to what we're going to do here in the next 5 or 10 years. I believe this will be the largest MLM in the history of since 1959. And here we are on the top of the rocket ship. Let's run out there to Mitch. Is it Cantelli? Is that pronounced right, Mitch?
Yeah, actually, you're one of the few that get it right. Yes, Cantelli.
Well, my business partner is a fine Italian, and I've been trained well by the best. Take a moment out, Mitch. Congratulations on being here as a platinum.
Okay, thank you. I'm here in beautiful Northwest Arkansas. It's a state that people don't know about a lot of times. It's to the right side of Oklahoma and just below Missouri down there. And I met Mike, I don't know, a few years back, and we made friends in our previous company. We were about at the same level roughly, and we were doing pretty good. The company had made some missteps and some changes happened, and you know, if you know anything about me, if it starts going south, I'm like, you know, I'm not into that. So, but in any event, you know, I was not doing anything for the last, I don't know, year and a half ago. And, you know, Michael and I have touched base from time to time, and he called me about this. And, you know, first thing I told Mike, I said, you know, I think my wife's going to divorce me if I do this. And he said, what do you mean? I said, but I really didn't know what it was. I just knew it was something, you know. And I said, man, if it has anything to do with skin or supplements or crypto or anything like that, I could tell you right now, my wife will probably divorce me. Well, come to find out, it was, you know, had something to do with cars. It's had something to do with gas mileage and fuel emission. My son and I are in the car business now. After 30 years of real estate, he and I are in the car business, and we have a lot of fun with that. But it seemed like something that people would really like. And, you know, I've only been at it a little less than you guys in time, I guess. You know, just very part-time. Hit the platinum level, I don't know, day before yesterday, roughly. But, you know, what I found out so far was that this, without question, is the easiest thing I've ever talked to anybody about. I'm kind of an old school guy. Pick up the phone, as your previous guest there said, you know, he doesn't have the funnels and all that kind of stuff. I don't either. I pick up the phone. I'm the kind of guy that has made nothing but friends over the years, and I've got plenty of people to talk to. And I'm very excited about this. I've got a great team going. Some of my team is here on the call. I appreciate you guys. And I'm really looking forward to the future here with MPG Extreme, because I could tell you, if you can't do it here, I'm not sure you can do it anywhere. I hate to say that, but it's that simple. And pretty much everybody's open. And that's what I think is the best part with the gas prices and everything going on in the economy right now. So with that being said, Blaine, thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Michael, thank you very much for the initial phone call. I sure appreciate you guys. Take it away.
Hey, thank you, Mitch. And once again, to all of you, congratulations. I want to make sure, Michael, we haven't left anybody out. Michael, Du, and Mark. Is there anybody else?
Mike Du, I need to make sure. Thank you for setting up the Facebook page, all the back side of things that you're doing, putting Cam Peace and Blaine and Braveheart and the whole crew here together. Because of Mike Du is why you guys are here, trust and partnership. So Mike, thank you so much. Mark and Blaine. You guys
Okay.
take it away.
Listen, we got 4 minutes, guys. So I want you to let your, I want you to put your brain in 6th gear right now, because we're gonna move quick. We're not gonna do the training, but I got a couple things that we want to cover. I hope you can still hear me. Michael Do, I want you to take 2 of those 4 minutes and say hello to everybody. And I sure appreciate you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. This is easy for me. This is just all about people and loyalty, and it starts with Michael Renz. And I've known Michael for 8 or 9 years now. We've worked in several things together, and he helped mentor me to become a diamond in the previous company. And he's never not stayed in touch with me. And he said, Mike, you've got to take a look at this when this crossed his desk. And he said, it's going to be big. And I just know Michael, and I believed him. And when he then told me that Andrew and Nancy were involved and they were launching something and had worldwide global marketing rights to this product, it was a no-brainer. And I know Andrew and Nancy. I've known them as long as I've known Michael. We've been together at conventions. We've had dinner together. I've sat at diamond tables, and it's just really, really exciting. And for him to believe in me, and to me then to be able to contact you, Coach, and Mark, those were the first people that I reached out to. So, hey guys, did I hit a home run or what? But just so happy to be a part of this. And, you know, it goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways, it goes all around. So anything that I can do to help this team in any way, I'm going to do it. So thank you, Coach. Back to you.
Okay, we're gonna land this thing on the tarmac here, so just bear with us a second. I want to introduce Mark Campese. We had a PowerPoint for the training. Is there? Just take a look at Michael. Is there anybody else besides Mark Campese? Okay, guys. One thing that is really critical for you to understand when you go back, like I do, to my first foray into network marketing was 1982. It was when I actually had black hair on my chin, not gray. And I learned a long time ago that everything begins with the dream. The product is powerful. We got an unbelievable product. We got an unbelievable pay plan, but humans are moved from their passion and their heart, not from their head. You can get people to make an intellectual decision to buy product. They will not build a massive organization based upon intellect. It's not a logical thing. They won't go the extra yard like an athlete. Those athletes that play on Saturday and Sunday, they do it because they're playing from the heart. And I've worked with Mark Campese since about 1998. He's been my best friend. He's been an international trainer. He worked with many companies, including Young Living, traveling all over the world, teaching network marketers on how to build and maintain and keep their organizations in momentum. I'm fortunate to have him as a close friend. Mark, why don't you take the last couple of minutes and give just a couple of thoughts, and then I'll close this up.
Absolutely. First of all, hey, what a great team we have. I mean, you know, Coach and I have talked about this, and it comes all the way down from Andrew and Nancy flowing down to Michael Renz. But hey, we've been in network marketing, Coach and I over 30 years, Coach just about 40. And listen, this is a dog eat dog world. There's egos are very, very adversarial in this business. But one thing I see here with this group of people is they're just genuine. And that means a lot to me. This is the kind of place I want to plant a flag and build a home. How about you? So we got something here I think is special. What an all-star lineup we heard tonight. And listen, it's just the beginning. These guys are forerunners where every person on this call can go. And by the way, we're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you systems and real simple systems that you can do that work for you. We believe in systems. You can't copy personalities. You always be yourself. But you can follow simple systems that work without a doubt. So we want to teach you that. But along the line of what Coach Blaine was just saying, you know, most people when they get into a business like this, they focus on the how to. How do I do this? Or what's the process? How do I do this? And listen, the how is important, but I learned early on that more important than the how is the why. And that's what Coach was talking about, the dream. Why do you want to do that? I've seen so many people fail in this business because they never establish their why, their dream. Dreams are powerful. whatever your dream is, you can attain it through what we have. This is a vehicle, by the way. This is a company that sells a product, but it really is a vehicle to take you to your dreams. And you need a dream. Why? Because a dream is what energizes you. A dream is what drives you to get up every day and do it, to go through comfort zones. Your dream does that. Also, your dream anchors you. See, the winds of adversity are going to blow on you in all kinds of ways. And when those winds blow, what's going to keep you? It's going to be your dream, not the greatness of the product. The product is wonderful. This is the best product of its kind in the marketplace, bar none, without a doubt. It's proven. But the reality is you need a dream, and you need to infect people with the dream, the contagion of the dream, because that is what makes the glue of this business. You want to go out and build a multi-million-dollar business, focus on the heart, focused on the dream. Everything else will fall into place. The how-to will follow the why always. Love you. We're on our way to greatness. Coach?
All right. Hey, that was excellent. That's a great way to wrap this up. And I'm gonna close with a couple of thoughts. If you got to get off, get off. But and the recording will be up on the Facebook page. Number one, you got to decide if you want to be a Lone Ranger or if you want to be a part of a posse. I can tell you this right now, that whole thing about if it's going to be, it's up to me, is a ridiculous comment. It's not if it's going to be, it's up to me. The Green Bay Packers, the San Francisco 49ers, whatever team you cheer for, they got 11 guys on the offense, 11 guys on the defense. They're specialty guys, punt returners, kick returners, quarterbacks that can throw the ball a million miles an hour, running backs can run you over like Earl Campbell. Everybody has a specialty. But one thing great coaches do is they know how to bring unity to the table. And that's one thing that I think each one of you leaders need to make a decision. I believe you have this already in spades, but you've got to make a decision that we're not going to let anything come in between us. No matter how good someone else does, don't get jealous. Don't ever get envious. Sometimes you're going to go fast. Sometimes you're going to struggle. Sometimes people are going to fall out. You're going to wonder why. I'll tell you why, because they're human beings. They're faulty, just like we are. But the point that I'm going to make is no matter whether you're going fast or you're going slow, when you see someone else achieving, know one thing, that is a representation that you can achieve. When you see Andy and Nancy or Michael Renz or Mark Campese or Jeff Flock jumping out there, or Kevin Hunter having that ability to do that YouTube and tap into those 375,000 people that he's labored 13 years to build. Don't ever let envy get in your heart. It's an evil, dark spirit. Let the joy of being in relationship. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't need to do another business. I got a great life, got a great family. I wanted to do another business. I wanted at this point in my life to have another crusade, to pull my sword off the wall and go out and make some serious damage out there in warfare, network marketing warfare. And I wanted to do it with the right type of people like Andrew and Nancy and Michael Renz. And now that I've met you, each and every one of you, so I want a commitment from you. You guys are the leaders. All of you that are on here, nearly 100 people on this, I am anointing you as the leaders of the next revolution, the restoration of the American dream revolution. And I'm asking you, no matter what, don't let anybody talk badly about one of the other teammates. Don't let any envy come in. You stand one for all and all for one. There's a spirit called unity. The Bible says where there's unity, God's blessing flows. I don't mean to religiosify this, but I am a big believer in truth. We got to have unity. Make a commitment no matter what, that each and every day you're going to lift Andrew and Nancy before God's throne and ask for their blessing, that nothing come and take them down, that the people that are around you, both sideline, upline, and downline, that they stay in unity. We got to fight for unity, because I'm going to tell you the one thing that will take us down is when we start to backbite and piss on one another with our words. So how many of you are committed that are on the screen? 100% unity to one another. One team, one dream, one focus. If we do that, I can tell you this, and I'll close with this. When I got into the Monavie company, they had a binary that paid 10% with a $35 bottle of jungle juice that they couldn't keep the bottles from breaking. I came out of the mortgage business. I had to have something going. I was dying on the vine in 2007. The mortgage business was dead. My income was gone. Some of you can relate to it. And I got in and I thought, jungle. Now they call me a juice boy. And people made fun of me. And I came out of financial service with Mark Campese. I got into that company. I looked at it, I said, one left and one right, and that's it. And just drive everybody down 2 legs. That's it. You got to be kidding me. I never had one person put on my binary tree left or right. Not one, except the ones that I brought in and the ones they brought in. In 5 months, I was making over $15,000 a month. And that binary, by the way, paid 10%, not 20%. Do you understand the power of what we've got here? Because if you don't, you give me a phone call, I'll give you a wake-up call about what you have your hands on. By Christmas, there shouldn't be one of us on this webinar, whether you're on the screen or you're one of the guests. By Christmas, there shouldn't be one of us on here that's not making $3,000 to $5,000 to $7,000 a month or more. Now, will you do that? We can't make any income claims because you know what? You're a volunteer. You may not even show up after today. You may say, well, I don't like that guy with that goofy green hat. Or how, Kevin's got that beard. Look at him. He thinks he's pretty cool. You might have an attitude issue, but I'm going to tell you right now, those of you that have your mindset right and you get plugged in, you rally around the flagpole, your lives will be changed forever. And all we've got to do is stand one for all and all for one. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to remind you, go join the Facebook page. That's our Facebook page. That's for us. You're going to have your other things you do. I know that Braveheart and Rebecca, they've got some things they're doing and others do. You don't need to hang out there all the time, but it's a way to pet out information. We're putting up a website that will be Worldwide Dream Team. It'll have a website where we'll have training videos. And the beauty of this is we'll train on YouTube. We'll train on podcasting. We'll train on online marketing and funnels. We'll train on all those things, and we'll train on how to build a business through the warm market by doing old school stuff like Jeff Luck does. I love the 3-way calls. So we're going to be able to have a thing that no matter what someone wants to do, they will be able to come into the Dream Team and find a class for themselves and excel. As far as I'm concerned, when the tide rises, all the ships float, and this team will be the dominant team in the next 3 to 5 years. Thanks for joining us. Get on the YouTube channel, Worldwide Dream Team, dreamteamchannel.com. Get on there. You get to see Kevin's great video. So someone asked about where they can get Kevin's video. Come and get it from us. We already took it from Kevin. So we'll just share it around, right, Kevin? And then the other thing is we're going to do some interviews on these. I'm going to get Kevin on. I'm going to get some of the other people on. Jason, you guys, we'll do some short podcast type interviews for 10 or 12 minutes and then post them on the YouTube and on the video page at YouTube and Facebook so that your teams can take those and circulate them around. This is my guy. This is my leader. So we got a lot of plans here. Thanks everybody for joining us. We wish you the best. Saturday morning at 9 o'clock right here, we're going to do a training with Mark Campese on the 8 steps of building momentum and glue in your business. And we're going to be doing those every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern time. Michael Renz, thanks a lot for thinking of us. Michael Dew and all the rest of you. Congratulations. Diamond is just around the corner. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Welcome home, everyone.